Florida. The name conjures images of sun-kissed beaches, sparkling turquoise waters and swaying palm trees. It's a place where the sky meets the sea in a seamless horizon, and the gentle lapping of waves creates a symphony of tranquility. The air, thick with humidity, carries the scent of orange blossoms and salty breezes. It's a sensory experience that envelops you, making you feel alive and connected to the natural world. This is a land of vibrant colours, from the pink hues of a sunrise over the Atlantic, where the first light of day paints the sky in delicate pastels, to the fiery reds and oranges of a Gulf Coast sunset, where the day ends in a blaze of glory, leaving an indelible mark on the canvas of the sky. But Florida is more than just a pretty picture. It's a place with a soul, a place where history and modernity coexist in a delicate balance. It's a place with a rich and fascinating history, a history that is as diverse and complex as the people who have called it home, a story woven into the very fabric of its being, a tapestry of events and experiences that have shaped its identity. Florida's story begins long before the arrival of European explorers. It is a tale that stretches back thousands of years to a time when the land was wild and untamed. For centuries, Native American tribes called this land home. They lived in harmony with nature, understanding its rhythms and respecting its power. They fished in its rivers, hunted in its forests, and gathered its bounty, living off the land in a sustainable way. They cultivated the fertile land, growing crops that sustained their communities and allowed them to thrive. Their cultures and traditions shaped the very landscape, leaving an indelible mark that can still be seen today. From the arrival of Spanish conquistadors, who brought with them new ideas and technologies, to the struggles of early settlers, who faced countless challenges as they tried to carve out a new life in this unfamiliar land, to the struggles of early settlers, who faced countless challenges as they tried to carve out a new life in this unfamiliar land. From the upheaval of the Civil War, which tore the nation apart and left scars that are still felt today, to the modern-day marvel of space exploration, which has propelled Florida to the forefront of scientific discovery and innovation. Florida's history is a tapestry woven from threads of triumph and tragedy, resilience and reinvention. It's a story of people who have faced adversity and emerged stronger, who have dared to dream and have made those dreams a reality. It's a story of diverse peoples and cultures, all drawn to this sun-drenched peninsula by the promise of a better life. All drawn to this sun-drenched peninsula, leaving their mark on its ever-evolving narrative. In the following pages, we will embark on a journey through time, exploring the key events and figures that have shaped Florida into the state it is today. We will uncover the stories of its people, their struggles and triumphs, their dreams and aspirations. We will delve into the heart of the Sunshine State, uncovering the layers of its vibrant and captivating history, exploring the key events and figures that have shaped Florida into the state it is today. From the ancient Native American civilizations to the Spanish explorers, from the early settlers to the modern-day pioneers of space exploration, we will trace the journey of this remarkable state. We will uncover the stories of its people, their struggles and triumphs, their dreams and aspirations. We will meet the individuals who have left an indelible mark on Florida's history, and we will celebrate the diversity and resilience of its communities. Join us as we delve into the heart of the Sunshine State, uncovering the layers of its vibrant and captivating history. Together, we will explore the past, understand the present, and look forward to the future of this enchanting land. Uncovering the layers of its vibrant and captivating history. This is Florida, a land of enchantment, a place where dreams come true and history comes alive. Long before the first European ships sailed into view, Florida was a land teeming with life, a vibrant mosaic of ecosystems and cultures. It was inhabited by a diverse array of Native American tribes, each with their own unique traditions, languages, and ways of life. Among the most prominent were the Timucua, the Apalachee, and later the Seminole, who each left an indelible mark on the region's history. These indigenous peoples thrived in Florida's diverse ecosystems, from the lush Everglades to the dense forests and coastal shores, adapting their lifestyles to the land's rich resources. The Timucua, skilled hunters and fishermen, inhabited the northern and central regions of Florida. They were adept at utilizing the abundant wildlife and waterways to sustain their communities. They lived in villages governed by chiefs and were known for their distinctive pottery and intricate tattoos, which were not just art, but also a means of storytelling and cultural expression. Further west, in the Panhandle region, resided the Apalachee. This tribe was known for their agricultural prowess and sophisticated societal structures. The Apalachee flourished as farmers, cultivating corn, beans and squash, which were staples of their diet and central to their economy. They developed a complex society with a hierarchical structure and engaged in extensive trade networks that stretched across the southeast, exchanging goods and ideas with neighboring tribes. Over time, new tribes emerged, including the Seminole. Their story is one of resilience and adaptation in the face of changing circumstances. The Seminole, meaning runaway or wild one, were originally comprised of Creek Indians who migrated south from Georgia and Alabama, seeking new opportunities and refuge. They adapted to Florida's unique environment, becoming skilled hunters and warriors, and developing a culture that was deeply connected to the land. The Everglades, with its vast wetlands and intricate waterways, provided a refuge for the Seminole, shaping their culture and way of life. They learned to navigate the challenging terrain and utilized its resources to sustain their communities. These Native American tribes were intricately connected to the land, their lives intertwined with the natural rhythms of Florida's ecosystems. They understood the importance of living in harmony with nature. They possessed a deep understanding of the environment, living in harmony with nature and utilizing its resources sustainably. Their knowledge of the land was passed down through generations, ensuring the survival of their communities. Their stories, passed down through generations, offer a glimpse into a time before written history, a time when oral traditions were the primary means of preserving knowledge and culture. These stories, rich with the songs, ceremonies and legends of its first inhabitants, resonate with the landscapes of Florida, painting a vivid picture of a world where humans and nature were deeply intertwined. The legacy of the Timucua, Apalachee and Seminole continues to influence the cultural tapestry of Florida, reminding us of the enduring connection between people and the land they call home. The year was 1513, when Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon, driven by rumors of a fountain of youth, first set foot on the shores of what is now Florida. Ponce de Leon, a seasoned navigator and former governor of Puerto Rico, was captivated by tales of a magical spring that could restore youth to anyone who drank from its waters. His journey was not just a quest for eternal youth, but also a mission to expand Spanish territories and influence in the New World. He claimed this land for Spain, naming it La Florida in honor of the Easter season, a time of blossoming flowers and new beginnings. The name La Florida was inspired by the lush floral landscape that greeted him and his crew. This new territory represented hope and potential for the Spanish crown, a land ripe for exploration and conquest. Little did he know, his arrival would mark the beginning of a new era for Florida, one forever intertwined with the ambitions and legacies of European powers. The shores of Florida would soon become a battleground for control among European nations, each vying for dominance in the New World. Ponce de Leon's landing was just the first step in a long and tumultuous history of colonization and conflict. Ponce de Leon's quest for gold and eternal youth proved futile, but his expedition paved the way for further Spanish exploration and colonization. His reports of the land's potential riches and strategic importance spurred other explorers to venture into Florida, seeking their fortunes and expanding Spanish influence. The dream of finding the Fountain of Youth may have been a myth, but the real treasures of Florida lay in its fertile lands and strategic location. Decades later, in 1565, Pedro Menendez de Aviles established St. Augustine, the oldest continuously inhabited European settlement in the continental United States. Menendez de Avil, a skilled admiral and loyal servant of the Spanish crown, was tasked with securing Florida against French encroachment. His successful establishment of St. Augustine marked a significant milestone in Spanish colonization efforts, providing a foothold for further expansion. This fortified city, with its imposing Castillo de San Marcos, became a strategic outpost for Spain, a symbol of their enduring presence in Florida. The Castillo de San Marcos, constructed from coquina stone, was a formidable fortress designed to protect the settlement from pirate attacks and foreign invasions. Its walls have withstood the test of time, standing as a testament to the resilience and determination of the Spanish settlers. The arrival of the Spanish brought profound changes to Florida. The landscape, once dominated by indigenous cultures, began to transform under Spanish influence. Settlers introduced new agricultural practices, built European-style homes, and established a new social order based on Spanish customs and laws. They established missions seeking to convert the native population to Christianity. Spanish priests and missionaries played a crucial role in this endeavor, setting up missions throughout Florida to spread the Catholic faith. These missions became centers of cultural exchange, where European and Native American traditions intertwined, sometimes harmoniously, other times contentiously. They introduced new crops and livestock, forever altering the ecological balance of the land. The Spanish brought with them wheat, sugarcane and citrus fruits, which would become staples of Florida agriculture. Livestock such as cattle, pigs and horses were also introduced, changing the landscape and the way of life for both settlers and indigenous peoples. The Spanish presence ignited a clash of cultures, a collision between two worlds with vastly different beliefs, values and ways of life. Native American tribes, each with their own rich traditions and social structures, found themselves confronting the foreign customs and technologies of the Spanish. This cultural clash led to both conflict and cooperation, shaping the future of Florida in complex ways. Despite facing resistance from some Native American tribes, the Spanish influence took root, shaping Florida's cultural landscape. The Spanish established a lasting presence through their settlements, missions, and fortifications. Over time, the blending of Spanish and Native American cultures gave rise to a unique Floridian identity, characterized by a rich tapestry of traditions and histories. From the cobblestone streets and Spanish colonial architecture of St. Augustine to the enduring legacy of the Spanish language and Catholic traditions, the echoes of this colonial past continue to resonate throughout the Sunshine State. Today, visitors to St. Augustine can walk through history, exploring the well-preserved buildings and landmarks that tell the story of Florida's Spanish heritage. The influence of the early Spanish settlers is still evident in the state's culture, cuisine and celebrations, a testament to the enduring impact of Ponce de Leon's fateful landing over 5 centuries ago.